let's discuss Simone Biles, because unfortunately she was a victim of sexual molester Larry Nassar. Now, guys, this for me is getting out of hand. This stuff is so out of hand, and I'm telling you, I am fuming hearing all this information, because once again we have another talented person who has become a victim of the sick weirdos in these industries. Now, Simone Biles has really become a very, very famous gymnast. I did a previous video talking about Simone Biles and just the fact that she's stepping down and all the hate that she got for stepping down. But look at what we're discussing now. What if this is one of the reasons that she felt the need to step down? Because she said it was for her mental health. And I've talked about, Larry Nassar in a few videos, and I've briefly mentioned, what some of the other survivors have said, and all of them have taken a hit to their mental health. Some of them have even said that to this day, or at least to the day when I saw the interview, which the interview where I saw lots of the different victims was in 2018. A lot of them have had to face a lot of different things, like feeling like worthless, feeling dirty, feeling all these different things because of what they've been through. By the way, all ways they should not be having to feel. It's not their fault, absolutely not at all. And so Simone Biles is a part of this now, and she spoke about how, initially she kind of didn't want to admit to her parents that she was involved in this when it all kind of blew up. In the end, she just decided to say, yes, you know what, I was a victim. And just imagine that. Imagine, and this is why I think we can't judge. This is why cancel culture and everything, which I'm going to talk about again in another video, and everything is so unhelpful. Because imagine that Simone Biles, who people criticize for taking time off, who people said whatever about, incredible gymnast, went through this. So with all that incredible gymnastics we've seen from her, this is what she's been going on behind closed doors. And this is what infuriates me, because we have so many people who fall victim to sickos like this guy, right? And they get away with it. And the sickos get away with it. And the strong individuals of the industries, of Hollywood, of the sports industry, they continue on like they were not being abused. And then when it gets to the time when they want to address those things, or when they try to get justice, it doesn't work out for them because they get cancelled. I mean, some of the victims of the Larry Nassar case, one of them was saying how when she first came out, she was getting loads of hate on social media, which again, what the hell, social media? What the hell? I thought we cared about mental health. She was saying people were calling her, all sorts of names as if to suggest that she was promiscuous and things like that. And I'm just like, how did we get here, And so even poor Simone Biles, like I said, she had to go through people criticizing her. We don't know what people go through, and yet we always comment on stuff. And when we do know, we then get hit and blown like, oh, well, we didn't know that. If we'd have known. And this is why you don't make suggestions, because you don't know. This is why I believe in God, because I don't know. This is why I believe that God calls us to love everybody and forgive, because I believe he knows better. He knows better what's really going on with people than we do. And if we knew what he knew, we would treat people very differently. We would treat people very, very differently. And it's sad that in this day and age, this is where we're at. And I don't want to, at this point, mental health awareness is not real to me anymore. Like, I've spoken about how it's not a thing and I don't believe people are serious. Now it's just not real anymore. Like, it's not real. Because this is how we treat people. And for all these people who are so strong continuing on, I mean, even Britney was doing her tours into, like, what was it, 2018 or 2019? One of those years where she was still doing her Vegas stuff whilst going through all this stuff with her dad, whilst probably still being on some of the stuff that they were making her take. And it's just unfair. It's unfair. It's unjust. And I'm sick of it. I'm really seriously sick of it. And I'm sick of us having to keep talking about it because people aren't doing their job. Other people were around. Why is it almost like every time we talk about this stuff, it's like people talk about it like it's like an isolated situation, as if like the person who did the actions is the only person responsible. It's not that simple. Everybody who was around, who saw what was going on, who was assessing their child is responsible, because you should have noticed something. And especially when it comes to children, especially when it comes to this guy's weird examinations or whatever he does, treatments, and I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to put pressure on people, because I know parenting isn't easy, and most parents who are really good parents, as a parent that I very much respect, that I know says, a good parent is a parent who thinks they're a bad parent because they care enough about being a good parent that they think they're a bad parent, which probably means that they care a lot, You know, so I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect, but I'm just saying there needs to be accountability. And it's just sad that Simone Biles is another person in this category who has been affected. So anyways, I'm gonna talk more about this Larry Nassar guy, kind of, because I really want to talk about all of the professional, high level institutions that were involved that were not delivering justice. The very people who the victim should have been able to go to and should have helped pave the way for justice did the very opposite. So please check out that video when it comes up if you're interested. Don't forget to subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I would love to have you guys here. Also, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, if you're fuming, if you're done, if you're just over this whole thing. And of course, do not forget to like the video and check out my other videos, because I got loads of videos, guys, loads of videos. Other than that, God bless you all, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.